only eating Danish food for a full day.
I am on a mission to explore every cuisine in the world, and today I'm in Copenhagen. We started at the oldest bakery in the city to try some of their famous buns. This cinnamon bun was so fresh out of the oven, it was still warm in my hands. It was made with a soft dough that was so moist and richly spiced and honestly exceeded my expectations. I thought things couldn't get much better, but then I tried the cardamom bun, and guys, this was unexpectedly my favorite. Cardamom was not overpowering, but it just added this beautiful complexity to the bun.
Next, we headed to an organic hot dog stand, and hot dogs are so popular in Denmark.
They absolutely load these things up with multiple sauces, crispy shallots, pickles, and more. This is such a far cry from your basic American hot dogs. They just use really high quality ingredients, and I'm not normally a hot dog girl, but I actually really like this. Wash this down with some elderflower juice, which I just love the fresh and fruity flavor profile of this. Next, we headed to the oldest butcher shop in Copenhagen to try some roast pork with crackling. This is a very typical Danish dish that's particularly served on special occasions. I could tell this pork was really high quality, but I definitely missed having it with all the trimmings.
Next, we went to these really buzzing indoor food markets. We grabbed some Danish craft beer to have on the go as we looked around the stalls. We found a spot selling traditional fish cakes, so we decided to give one a go.
The fish cakes here are interesting. They're almost like a meatball in texture. Not my favorite, but I did enjoy the creamy remoulade sauce that they're served with. Next, we headed to the Tivoli food hall to try smørbrød. These open-faced sandwiches are a very popular lunch here. So many options, but I opted for the fried fish fillet. There's literally 2 giant pieces of fish sitting on this tiny piece of bread. Again, it was loaded up with that remoulade sauce, but it really did tie the whole thing together. Wash that all down with some aquavit, which is like the Danish version of schnapps. This one was rosemary flavor, and let's just say it was very herbaceous. For dinner, we went to Marvin Ben, which, if you couldn't tell by the door, is Michelin bid. This restaurant does new Nordic cuisine, which is so popular here in Copenhagen. Huge call, but this bread and butter, it was some of the best I've ever had. The waiter told us it was made with a 75-year-old sourdough starter, so that must be the key. First course was this white fish called zander. It was doused in parsley oil.
It was very light and refreshing, but there was meant to be jalapeno in it, and I could not taste any spice at all. Underneath all that delicious foam was layers of potato, fish, and lovage. The potato was only just cooked, which sounds weird, but it actually added quite a nice textural layer to the whole thing. The main was a pork and beetroot dish. Now, the pork on this dish was impeccably cooked, which I know is no mean feat, and all the flavors worked really well together. But I don't know, flavor-wise, I just found it a little bit boring.
The dessert, on the other hand, was anything but boring. So much going on in this dish. There was an apple compote, a lemon verbena ice cream,
a dehydrated milk shard.
It was unlike any dessert I've ever tasted before, so I will give them points for that.
Follow along to see what I ate on day 2.